I welcome all the education officers and teachers, respected teachers, for this unique webinar, which is one of the interesting and unique webinar because today we will be discussing things about project inclusion. I, Saransh from Sri Aurobindo Society, will be presenting a webinar on project inclusion to you all who have connected us today in this precious webinar. Respected teachers and officer, I would like to request you all to use the chat box, and while using the chat box, you can send your details in a written form. That is mandatory as we are using the details shared by you for the official purposes. I request you to jot down your name, your school's name, as well as the name of your district in the written form by using the chat box and kindly share the same with us. I will be helping you out with the directions for using chat box, and I believe that everyone, all the respected teachers and officers who have connected me today in this precious webinar, will be implementing my instructions, or you can say directions, which I will be giving on the usage of chat box simultaneously, so that you can use the chat box in a smoother way. Respect teachers, if you have a glance over the bottom of your mobile screen, in the bottom, you would be able to visualize some of the buttons over there. If you go towards your left, you will find a button which would be of red color. There would be another button adjoining it, which would have a picture of mic, and you can use this particular button for muting, unmuting yourself. If you go to the right direction, right from the left to right, you will visualize another button which will be having a picture of camera. If you want to switch on your camera or switch off your camera, you can do with the help of this button. If you will go to the middle of the buttons, you will find a button which will be having a picture of a hand. If you want to speak something, you have some queries, you have some doubt, you can press this particular button so that we get a signal from your side that you want to speak something, and we will be inviting you to say something on the things or the queries if you have any. From left to, you need to go straight towards the right in the corner. When you will be going at extreme right corner of your mobile screen, in the bottom you will be seeing a button which will be having three dots. The three dots are meant in a same single line. Press that particular button. When you will press that particular button, many options would be opening in front of you. You need to select the very first one, that is in call messages. When you will be selecting the in call messages, respect teachers, you will be seeing the different text or different details which are being shared by respected teachers and officers today who have been connecting us. And in this session, I request Lalita Rai ma'am not to mute me. If you will be going to mute me, then I won't be able to speak and you won't be able to listen to me. And definitely, this will be having a negative impact on the ongoing webinar. If you see, the last message has been shared by Bandana Mishra ma'am. Right there in the bottom of the messages, now the message has been shared by Neeraj Sharma sir. So Neeraj Sharma sir, the message which has been shared by Neeraj Sharma sir, in the bottom you can see send a message, and in this you will be finding a cursor that would be blinking. So you need to tap on this particular cursor, and the keypad will be the QWERTY keypad will be opening in front of your screens, and you will be taking a support from this particular keypad, which will be helping you out in writing your details. So I request every teacher, every officer, kindly write your details and share your respective details with us, because we are using your details in an official purpose, and it will be getting shared by your respective department. So I hope every officer, every respected officer and respected teacher will be sharing the details. So I will be proceeding ahead with the webinar. Respected teachers, today we'll be having a word over project inclusion. I'm pretty much sure that you have seen some of the students in your respected schools premises or in your classrooms, where you have seen children who might be are facing some issues or troubles in terms of their education. Maybe their base are not strong enough, or maybe they have a weaker base, else they might have some other issues with the things that will be hampering the process of education. Today We will be going through all this in details, and we will be also seeing how we can screen different children for NDD process. If you talk about
ये
NDD,
बोल
it
जाता है
means neuro-development disorder. Uh,
ये बोल जाता है
Tenzing sir
ये
has
बोल रहे हैं
and he has unmuted himself, so I'm pretty much sure sir have something to speak in front of us. So I really want to invite Tenzing sir. Tenzing sir, are you hearing me? I'm audible to you, sir. Tenzing sir, I'm audible to you.
yes sir
So you have unmuted yourself, and really want to welcome you in this particular webinar. So you want to share something with us, sir, in this webinar?
no sir not right now sir
Okay, thank you, thank you, sir. So I will be proceeding up with the things. So, respected teachers, today we'll be going to know how to screen students for different NDD. NDD means neurodevelopment disorder, and there would be a thumb rule that I will be discussing with you. And the thumb rule is that if you have some queries or some of the doubts over some of the modules or topics which we will be discussing in this particular webinar, you can jot it down simultaneously in your notepads, and by the end of this webinar we will be discussing the same with you all in this particular webinar in the last 10 minutes. So if you have some doubt, some query, kindly jot it down and ask me at the end of the webinar, and I will be trying my level best to give clarity on the asked questions or queries in the end. So respected teachers, I want to take you around some of the figures, stats, which is very which is mandatory to know as a teacher. If I talk about 2019, in this particular year, a report was shared. So Naran sir has joined us. Naran sir, आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे? You want to speak something to all? I welcome you, Naran sir, in this particular webinar.
No problem.
Naran Das sir, you want to say something? Sir, you have unmuted yourself. I'm pretty much sure you want to say something, Naran Das sir.
No, sir.
Sir, I request you to put your mic on mute, sir. Thank you. I request every teacher and officer not to mute me. Okay. I will be talking about the year 2019. In this year, a report was shared, and the name of the report was State of the Education Report for India 2019. This report was shared by UNESCO and the Tata Institute of Social Sciences. According to UNESCO, India is a home to 8 million children with disability. Yani 80 lakh people are there in our country who are disabled, and 45 out of them are disabled. Along with that, they are uneducated. They didn't got an opportunity to get themselves educated. Moreover, they are disabled too. Respected teachers, if I talk about census 2011, according to the census which was done in the year 2011, the number of special schools are 2,500 in our country. There are just 2,500 schools that are special schools in our country. If I talk about special educators who are specifically certified by RCI, that is Rehabilitation Council of India, they are total 1,20,000 in number. If I talk about children with disability in India, so as I have already discussed and told you all that their figure is 80 lakhs. So here I would like to ask a question to all the teachers and education officers who have joined us today. Dear teachers and officers, is it possible to cater 80 lakh plus students in just 2,500 schools? Is it practical feasible? Is it practically possible? If you agree, then kindly give your response as in yes. If you want to use chat box, or else you can unmute yourself and you can give your responses. And your responses are very much important to us. And I would moreover request you all to take this communication into a process so that we can discuss, we can talk about different things together, and we can we can take this session together to the end. Respect teachers. Is it practically feasible? Is it practically possible to cater 80 lakh students in just 2,500 schools? What do you think, respect teachers? Your responses are very much important to us all. यहाँ पे Subhash Rai sir has answered in no. Thank you, sir. I request every teacher to give your responses. Anjana ma'am is saying no. Bindya ma'am is saying no. Anjali ma'am is saying no. Nirmala ma'am is saying no. Neha ma'am is saying no. Premika ma'am is saying no. Tenzin sir is saying no. Okay, a majority of teachers are going with no. Srishti ma'am has said no. Thank you. Kuku ma'am has said no. Rose ma'am is saying no. So majority of teachers are going with no. So definitely it's not practically possible and feasible because there's a huge gap. If you have a look at the one side, so there are 2,500 schools and moreover there are 80 lakh students. So it is not practically feasible. Thank you teachers for your kind response, and I hope you will be responding in the same manner the way you are responding me right now, so that we can take this webinar into two-way communication mode and we can have a proper discussion over the things which we'll be discussing in this particular webinar. Respect teachers, this is not practically feasible because the gap is huge. At a side, there are 80 lakh people, and if you talk about another side of the coin, there are only 2,500 schools. But in today's webinar, we won't be talking about problems. Moreover, we will be talking about probable solution that we will be taking in consideration so that we would be able to fulfill this gap, so that we will be able to create more opportunities for disabled students so that they can get education in their respective lives, so they can get transformed. Respect teachers, if I talk about very first probable solution that needs to be taken in consideration is RPWD Act 2006. If we talk about the full form of RPWD Act, it stands for Right of People with Disability. RPWD Act, it emphasizes that now a disabled child would be getting education and the same opportunities as a normal child is getting in their own respected schools or classrooms. A disabled child should be taught by one of the teachers in the same manner as he or she is teaching a normal student in his or her classrooms. RPWD Act will be supporting you up so that you can control the dropout ratio of your respected school, and it will be moreover helping CWSN category child so that he or she can get motivated to pursue their higher education in their respective lives. Respected teachers, if I talk about second probable solution, our second probable solution is the National Education Policy 2020. That means NEP 2020. So what NEP says, I will be discussing with you all in this particular slide. According to NEP, each and every teacher of our country must be aware. If a teacher is getting awareness, that will be approving into a positive side of the diagram. Respect teachers, if I talk about the assessment process, the evaluation process, then we will be evaluating these particular child on the basis of their particular and respective abilities only. NEP is highlighting on the curriculum flexibility, that a curriculum has to be designed as per the capability and ability of a CWSN child. NEP is motivating us so we can further motivate CWSN child as a teacher so that they can use more of assistive devices. We have to in now only or later on. Definitely, Nirmala ma'am, I will be telling you on while going through the session. Everything, every doubt would be getting cleared automatically. You don't need to worry about it. Okay. Respect teachers, moreover, NEP in emphasizing and motivating us so that as a teacher, we can motivate our children, especially CWSN children, so that they can use assistive devices in majority. They can use calculators, they can use smartphones, laptops, desktops, so that the process of getting education for these particular category get simplified, and they can get education in a more simplified and a simpler manner. Respect teachers, I have shared a screen with you all, and I'm sure that you might be visualizing the picture which I have shared with you all in your mobile phone devices, or the devices which you have used for connecting us today, clearly, without any blurriness, without any disturbance. And if you have a glance over this particular picture, you will be visualizing some of the animals and a human which is standing in front of these animals. If you talk about this human, this person, he is a respected teacher, and he is going to take a assessment or exam for the children who have been shown, who have been depicted in form of animals in front of you. And the exam is like the person who will be climbing up the corner tree while you know who will be climbing up the corner tree will be getting pass in the exam, and the person who won't be able to climb the corner tree would be getting failed in today's exam. Here I would like to request you to give your responses uh, through chat box, or even unmuting yourself by telling us that what you think, which student will be getting through this exam, and the student who won't be able to get through the exam. Respect teachers, over to you. What do you think?
Monkey will get through this exam.
Okay, Kiran Rai sir has shared his
Or is,
response. Monkey will get through the exam. Thank you,
and that
Kiran sir.
token will directly go on the top of the tree, since it may fly, and that way it may also climb. But I
Which
think
one, sir? Which one?
that bird can too go to the tree by with the help of its wing only.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And I think I'm sure the elephant and the penguin will get fail in this exam, sir.
Yes, sir. Penguin and elephant would be getting failed in this particular exam, as said by Kiran sir. Thank you, sir, and thanks for your kind response. I would like to request other teachers too and officers too who have been connecting us today, or they are in the session. If you could use the chat box, or even you can share your responses by unmuting yourself.
Elephant and the monkey.
Raju Chetri, sir. Okay.
And the monkey, sir.
There
Will
are
be able to
some
climb.
more.
Raju Chetri, sir. I'm
And the
sorry.
penguin.
You want to say something?
So elephant and the penguin won't be able to climb.
Okay. Chetri sir is saying a penguin and this elephant won't be able to
Elephant.
climb up the corner tree.
So there are more animals also, sir, like a dog, and I think that is fish only. They will also get fail, sir.
Okay. So Kiran sir is further telling us that dog is would be also getting failed in this particular exam. Thank you, sir. And Bhutia sir has responded us through the chat box. Bhutia sir has said monkey get through this exam, whereas fish can't. Definitely. Nirmala ma'am is saying we have to give different criteria for exam, not same pattern. Exactly. Nirmala ma'am, I was about to come on this particular point, and definitely I will be elaborating this point too. Gurung sir is saying, sir, I think the exam itself is not fair. Okay. Respect teachers, thanks for your kind responses. And today, if we talk about this particular picture, the first student has been depicted in the form of a bird. He can be a bird, any bird, maybe a crow, maybe a sparrow. This bird would be flying up to the tree and will be getting through the exam. If I talk about monkey would be climbing up the tree and getting through the exam. Penguin would be able to get through the exam. Moreover, penguin has the ability that it runs very fast. Elephant, as you know, it's a giant. Elephant won't be able to climb, but elephant has a ability to destroy this tree in a second. Fish, fish survives in the water. If you getting the fish out of its survival climate or atmosphere, so definitely fish would be able to die, so ultimately getting failed in the exam. And if I talk about dog would be trying to get through the exam, but ultimately at the end dog would be getting failed. Thank you, Rose ma'am. Definitely monkey. So if we talk about this picture, only two students. First one is bird and second one is monkey is getting through the exam. Here I would like to ask you a question, respected teachers and officers. If I talk about the students who are getting who got failed in this particular exam, do you think their life would be getting stopped now? They won't be able to do, they won't be able to achieve anything in their respective lives now as they are getting as they are failed in this particular exam. Do you agree with the given statement or not? If you agree, kindly write yes or in why in the chat box, else you can stick with the answer as in no. What do you say, sir? Okay. Doma ma'am has said, Saror ma'am has said no. Bindia ma'am is saying no. Lipcha ma'am is saying no. No, they have other opportunities. Majority of teachers, they are going with no. Almost every teacher is going with no. So definitely you won't be able to justify this statement because this statement is not right as far as the students' lives are concerned. Here I can. Gopal sir has raised his hand. Gopal sir, you want to say something?
लाइन मैन कुछ
गोपाल
पसंद
sir,
बोल
you want to say आप कुछ कहना चाहोगे गोपाल sir? Okay. Respected teachers, our NEP says that every child who is sitting in our class is unique. He is unique because he has its own unique capabilities and abilities. As a teachers, now it's our duty to identify the child in terms of his ability and capability, and will be further motivating him and helping him so that he can become successful or get successful as per his capability and ability. So now we need to work in this particular pattern or particular JD as it has been documented in our NEP 2020. Respected teachers, I would like to talk about integrated approach here. If I talk about integrated approach, in this particular approach, the school, specifically inclusive schools, inclusive classrooms were organized for CWSN category children. But there were a lot of loopholes in the system or in the schools. I would like to highlight few of the loopholes, and the very first one was that the teachers were not trained. They were not aware about the fact that how to teach a CWSN child along with a normal child. The second loophole was that the quantity, the ratio or the proportion of special educators were very less or at the minimum level in these particular schools. If I focus on the third point, the biggest loophole was that the curriculum was not flexible enough in the nature. It was very rigid, very specific in the nature. Though our teachers tried a lot, but their experiences while teaching CWSN category child were as in, they felt that whatever they are teaching to these kids or students, they are not getting what they are teaching. The CWSN child are far away, different from the normal children who are sitting in the class. As the teachers were not trained, they got a notion that they must be sent to a special school. The change came, but change was not enough. A lot of changes would need to be made by the government. A lot of changes required from our side so that a proper positive transformation can be achieved in terms of making the CWSN category children educated. So a new approach was introduced. If I talk about new approach, the new approach was inclusive classroom. If I talk about inclusion, then many changes, many positive changes were done under this particular approach. The curriculum was made flexible. Teachers were given proper training. They were given proper awareness so that they would be able to adapt different pedagogies that can be implemented in their respective schools so that they can teach a CWSN along with a normal child in the same classroom, in the same atmosphere. If I talk about inclusion, inclusion is also approaching in the same direction. Project inclusion course is designed on the same pattern so that inclusion can be achieved in our country. It has been seen when the teachers are sensitized, they work more effectively and more keenly with the CWSN child. Now, after the sensitization process, when teachers join us in our particular session, they respond in the following ways. They always says using child-centric approach make child understand the concept better. They emphasizes on that CWSN have their own talent, and with the help of professional, child can perform better. Moreover, they also say the flexible curriculum catering the needs of the child. Now, the positive transformation has begun in our country, specifically in our education system. Now, the teachers are also taking CWSN children in a very positive way. They are also finding different pedagogies that they are implementing in their particular session so that they can network issue. Okay, they can teach CWSN along with the normal child in their own classrooms and in the same premises. Despite teachers, this is a very positive sign which is emerging as a uh, positive point in the inclusive classroom or inclusion. Respect teachers, here I would like to ask you a question. Do you really think when a disabled or CWSN child will be getting education in the same premises, same atmosphere, by a same teacher, along with a normal child, he will be getting benefits out of it? If you agree with the point, then please jot down Y in the chat box, else you can go with the N if you disagree. What do you say, respect teachers? Your responses are really very important to us. Okay, Sai Deepak sir says only 40%. Okay, 40% benefits would be fetched by the CWSN child, if I'm not wrong in reading your response. Okay. What else, respect teachers? What do you think? Sai Deepak sir is saying yes. Okay, thank you, sir. Then mom is saying yes, we can. Lipcha mom is saying yes. Okay. Jurung sir is going with yes. Rose mom is going with yes. Nirmala mom is writing something. I would like to uh, speak speak mom response in front of all. I want to share it with all everyone. Mom is saying yes, sir. Inclusion education is important. They can learn from others. Thank you, mom.
Sir, actually, it depends upon the type of disability, sir.
Okay, sir is saying it depends
A
on the type
child
of
is, suppose a child is having locomotor disability, obviously he can be given same classroom with normal child. But if a child is having problem like hearing or eye problem, obviously normal classroom won't benefit that child, sir. So actually, it depends upon the type of disability, I think, sir.
Uh, Kiran Rai, sir, I really appreciate your question. This is a very positive question, but as we will be moving up with the slides, and your doubts will be getting cleared automatically, and definitely, I'm happy you are asking your doubts in this particular session, and I'm pretty much sure you will be getting a auto answer while going through the session. Okay, so I would like to highlight on few of the benefits which will be fetched by the CWSN child while getting study in a same pattern, same manner, in a same atmosphere and the same premises with a normal child. So first one is that when a child will be coming to a inclusive school, he will be realizing that he's in the same society. He's a unique part of same society. Definitely that will be helping him to boost up his self-confidence. That will be a positive thing which will be happening to CWSN child. First point. Second point, if I talk about a CWSN child, he will be learning a lot of things, new skills on the basis of his or her observation when he will be observing a normal child, how he is performing, how he is obeying the school's rules and regulation. Definitely, he will be grasping it. A CWSN child will be grasping, observing, and inculcating the same while seeing this all which is happening in the class from being acted by or being performed by a normal child. A CWSN child would be having a ample of opportunities to get education, because now, as per the zero rejection policy, schools can't say no to any of a CWSN category child. So these are few benefits which will be getting fetched by a CWSN child. But if you talk about a normal child, on the other hand, I would like to ask another question to you all. Do you really think, if you talk about normal or without disability child, he will be getting some of the benefits while studying with the CWSN child in the same premises, same class, same in the same atmosphere, respect teachers? What do you think over it? I'm back. I really want to apologize because of the network issue. It's raining since morning, so there is a uh, drastic fluctuation in the internet connectivity here in Jammu. So, respect teachers, coming back to the topic, that definitely a normal child will be also getting benefits out of it. I will be focusing on some of the benefits which would be experienced by this category of child. He will be getting a chance to make a special buddy whom he can spend a quality time, maybe while traveling through the school buses, maybe while going uh, through the playgrounds, while gossiping or playing with CWSN child. If I talk about a child without disability, definitely he will be promoting P2P learning. The coordination among these different category of child would be getting more powerful, and they will be uh, emerging as good buddies, and they will be understanding each other's advantages or disadvantages at a micro level. Respect teachers, if I talk about inclusion, it is very important to get inclusion, and inclusion can be achieved by you all only. If I talk about changes, the change starts from a family first, then it comes over to the school, and third level it goes to the community. But if I talk about our country, the sad part is that the parent community is not aware about inclusion. They don't have idea in majority of the cases that their own child is suffering from some of the child disabilities. When these cases happen, then a role of a teacher, especially yours, become more vital or unique, because at the end of the day, we are the teachers who are educating, who are making parents aware about different things. We are the one who are working at the ground level with the children so that they can achieve something in their life. We are the one who are indulging ourselves in different trainings which are taking place on daily basis. We are the one who are facing challenges when when we are given with the administrative work, but at the end we are fulfilling all the given tasks in a perfect manner, as we do our work in a perfection. I don't have words, I don't have anything that I can use to express the work which are being done by you. Only what I can do for you all, I can salute from the bottom of my hand to you all teachers. It's a salute from the bottom of my heart. Sorry. Respect teachers, I really want to discuss some of the Indian stories with you all. If I talk about Aditi Verma, the first story, Aditi Verma is 25 years old. She is suffering from Down syndrome. She lives in Mumbai. She is an entrepreneur as she is running her own restaurant. Pranab Bakshi, 19 years old, India's first model with autism. Ansh Batra, 14 years. He has autism, but he is a painter, and definitely you can Google it up. He is known for his tremendous, magnificent paintings in India and in abroad. Respect teachers, if I talk about my program, the project inclusion was initiated by our prestigious organization, that is Sri Aurobindo Society, in the year 2016. And we started this project from Ghaziabad, which is in Uttar Pradesh. While working from 2016 to 2022, we made our presence in 14 states and UTs. We have sensitized more than 20,000 teachers. And when these sensitized teachers started working on students, they get data of 18 plus, 18,000 plus students with us. As soon as we got this data, we started working on this particular data with Government of India and did individual psychometric assessment for all the data which was provided by these respected teachers. And we came to the conclusion that out of 18,000 plus students, 6,600 were the students who were confirmed with NDD, that is Neuro-Developmental Disorder. Respect teachers, when we started this program in 2016-2022, while going through different states, while meeting, interacting different teachers, we came to know that teachers don't have that much awareness about inclusion, and the training on inclusion is pretty much mandatory. So we started moving to different part of India, right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, Gujarat, from Bengal. We did a pre-training assessment for all the teachers. And the result of pre-training assessment was uniform in our country. That was the only 1% of teachers were aware about the inclusion. As soon as we got this result, we started up with the training and we started sensitizing teachers. After sensitizing teachers, we took a post-training assessment, and the result of post-training assessment was quite positive, because we were able to convert 1% into 48%. That was our achievement. Respect teachers, till March 2020, we were Sai Deepak sir is saying something. I would like to hear. I would like to read it out for the teachers. Sir, would like to request you to please tell us the method which we would use while which dealing such. Definitely, sir. We are coming on that particular topic only. We have developed an application that will be really helping you out to know about different child disabilities, and that moreover helping you out with the pedagogies which need to be adapted and implemented in your respective classroom, so you can achieve the things which we are talking about today. Definitely, sir. Just give me a moment. Till March 2020, we were working physically with the teachers, but after 2020, we were not able to do so because of the lockdown which was imposed by the Government of India due to Corona pandemic. And but we got an opportunity to develop our program on a digital mode. We started working in that platform, and today our application is developed and it is available for you all in Play Store. I will be helping you out with the methods and the things which will be really helping you out to move up with our digital platform course. If I talk about our course is free of cost. You don't have to give a single penny from your pocket. It is a flexible course, as you don't have any deadline for the completion of the course. You can take our course anytime. If you love to read before going to sleep, you can go with our course. If you love reading while traveling, you can go with our course. Respect teachers, our course has been divided into three main phases. If I talk about the very first phase is sensitization. In very first phase, we are helping teachers to know about inclusion. We are making teachers aware about inclusion, how to know or identify disabled students, and what are the pedagogies are the disabilities that need to be well equipped in ourselves while going through while dealing through with these type of students. If I talk about second phase is screening. In this particular phase we will be helping you out to screen students for different NDD. You don't need to maintain any document. Don't need to prepare any document. Just you need to download our application through the link which has been shared by our team in the chat box, or the same link you will be getting in the WhatsApp group in which you are connected with us. After downloading or installing our application, you have to answer yes or no for the asked question to screen a child. If I talk about third phase, in this particular phase, we will be implementing IEP and helping you out so that practically you can teach these students. And if you have some queries, so we will be right there with you all as a support to help you out with your challenges which are being faced by you on the ground level. Respected teachers, if I talk about my course, the name of my course is Learning Disabilities, Understanding and Management. If I talk about this particular course, we have divided this course into 17 modules. In each module, you need to visualize few animated videos. A sample video would be shared by you in upcoming slide, so you can have an idea what type of videos and information you will be getting out of them. If I talk about reading material, it is not mandatory to go through the reading material as it is optional to see or read the reading material. You can even skip it off. The sample for the same would be shared by you in the upcoming slide. You can also get certificate on course completion. I would really like to highlight on the criteria for fetching a certificate. I have already told you all that we have segregated our course into 17 modules. While completing a module, you need to give a module assessment. And if you score above 60% in a module assessment, you will be realizing that a certificate would be generating in your respective application that you can download, or even you can take a printout, you can frame it up and you can share with your community. While completing 17 module, all the 17 module, you will be appearing for final assessment. If your score is less than 75%, then you will be given an e-certificate. But if your score is more than 75%, then respected teachers, a special certificate would be given to you, that is achiever certificate. If you have any doubt or any difficulty while accessing our application or while going through the modules, you can join in our doubt clearing session, which is organizing every week twice. One is on Wednesday and another is on Friday from 4 to 4:30 in the evening. The best part of this online doubt clearing session is that you will be helped by special educators, a psychologist, who will be helping you out with the things. If you have some queries, some doubts, you can keep in front of these specialized professionals, and you can get your answers on the asked queries by these perfect peoples who are special educators and psychologists themselves only. Respected teachers, I have shared a sample of reading material. It is not mandatory to read reading material. You can even skip it off, as it is optional to read this material. I'm sharing a video with you all. In this video, you will be getting an idea. So what type of animated video would be shown to you all, and what type of information you will be getting out of them.
Dyslexia, understanding the disorder A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. You must be wondering, why are we revisiting learning alphabets at this stage? For you, these are simple alphabets. Within these 26 letters, you may be able to identify the vowels and consonants. Now, what if we say that this isn't the case with everyone? Meet Zoya. She's 6 years old, and this is how the letters appear to her. All that she sees is some dancing and floating shapes. Zoya has a hard time connecting letters to the sounds they make and then blending those sounds into words. Since she cannot pronounce the words or recognize their sounds, she cannot understand the meanings. So, what's the case with Zoya? Zoya has a disorder called dyslexia. Dyslexia is a language-based learning disability. Students diagnosed with this condition face challenges in interpreting and processing language. The disorder affects an individual's ability to read, spell, write, and speak. While these students have a normal vision and are just as smart as their peers, they struggle with their academics, thus requiring the teacher to adapt to an individual's way of learning. In this series of videos, we will learn about some teaching strategies for students with dyslexia. Before we start with the sessions, it is important for us to know that a supportive teaching environment plays a vital role in making the classroom dyslexia-friendly. A teacher's understanding of specific difficulties and how they may affect the student's classroom performance is a blueprint for the teacher to plan and proceed with the lectures. From the next session onwards, we will begin to learn the strategies that can be implemented to teach the students having this disorder. Stay tuned.
Spirit teachers, this was a special video and a small video which was designed on dyslexia, and the same videos on different child disabilities along with the different teaching strategies and pedagogies would be shown to you when you will be going through our courses, which are being arranged in a proper sequence, so that these strategies could be implemented practically in the respective classrooms. I'm sharing a QR code with you all, and I'm pretty much sure that you will be visualizing the shown or presented QR code in the respected mobile phone. While focusing the QR code with the help of your camera, your phone's camera, you would be able to install our application in your particular devices pretty easily. After getting the device, after getting the application installed in your respective devices, how you will be using the application, that I will be giving a walkthrough with the help of this video. Spirit teachers, this was a walkthrough which has been given in form of a video to you all. I hope you have liked today's session, which was on project inclusion. If any of the education officers or teachers have any type of doubt or query in today's session, you can ask me, and I will be trying my level best to give clarity on the asked questions. Spirit teachers, over to you. Thank you, Barsha ma'am. So teachers, your feedbacks are also very much important to us. I really want to request you all, officers and teachers, to kindly give your feedbacks on the given session. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I really hope that you have liked the session, respect teachers.
आपकी ऑफलाइन ट्रेनिंग
Thank you, teachers. We can see that no one has a single doubt on the given session. I am pretty much sure that you will be going to download our application as soon as you will be disconnecting today's session. So thank you all, and I hope you all have a good day to spend ahead. Thank you and have a nice day. Thank you, respect teachers. Thank you.